Welcome to Bet On the Monday Night Football Edition. I am Kelly Stewart, joined by Gianni Corrales and Marco D'Angelo. We are talking all things Ravens at Raiders live from Las Vegas, Nevada. Let's bring in two of my favorite guys. We're going to recap the weekend before we get into this game. Marco, I'm going to let you go first. I would love for you to tell everybody about your new promo that you have going out for $9 Monday tomorrow, and tell me how your weekend went.
Well, Kelly, it was a real good Sunday. Saturday, not so good, but we came back with a 5-0 Sunday, one baseball play, 4 football plays, and our 5% play was an easy winner. The Arizona Cardinals was our top play, and that'll give me a great segue into the special deal we've got for everybody right now. $9 Monday at WagerTalk. You can get any play that's up for $9. And I've got a play up for Saturday. It's a 5% play. I'm going for my 7th 5% play in a row. I don't release these every day. Only 6 of them since July 11th. And you can get number 7 right now for $9. At midnight tonight, the price goes back to $35, and you're going to miss out on the line. Get the best number right now. Head over to WagerTalk.com. And Kelly, I want to give a little shout out to one of our followers that talked to me on Twitter yesterday when I tweeted out the 5-0 day and everything. I love when people interact. And if you have a good tweet, we're going to send it out and I'll give you the shout out. But if it is a dumb tweet, you're getting called out too. And this was the tweet yesterday from Johnny Z. Just want to let you know that after I sent that tweet out, he goes, "Clients get the goods. Bet on it viewers get a best bet of Washington to cover." I laughed when I heard that pick. Yeah, you know what? You're right, Johnny Z. I did lose Washington as my best bet. But as we've tried to tell you guys on the show, the strongest plays of the show are the segment where we get to pick the game from the entire board. That being the sandwich trap or steam section, the barking dogs, and the best bets. Those 3 categories for 3 shows so far, Kelly, I'm 8-1. Yes, I had Washington as that one loser. So, Johnny Z, you're right. You laughed when I had Washington. I'm laughing with the 8-1 record. So, thanks for the shout out, Johnny Z.
Marco, I too had Washington, and I was in Detroit for the Lions game. And when I saw that Fitzmagic went down, I knew we were dead in the water. Unfortunately, that was one of my only losers as well. So congrats to Johnny. You got to love cherry picking. Like VR says, get in the comments section. We want to hear who you guys are betting before the game starts. Tell me I'm an idiot before kickoff in the comment sections. VR, you also had a really nice weekend, and you and I had big bets. My best bet and your 5% were on the Saints. That was another no-sweat winner, just like Marco's Arizona. Tell me how your weekend went, and if you have any promotions over at WagerTalk right now.
I hit my 5% play on Saturday in college football. I hit my 5% play on Sunday in the NFL. I actually upgraded it. I didn't expect to have a 5% play, but then as it got stronger on Sunday, I upgraded it. And that's how most of the 5% are going to come, fellas. I'm not going to put it out because I'm winning or a hot streak. It's because it warrants that big of a bet. And sometimes I won't even have time to advertise it like yesterday. There was no promotion around it. There was not even a tweet around it. It was a half hour to game time. I simply upgraded it to a 5% play because it warranted, and we won. Now, on the show, I'm going to try to bring the best I can up until the Wednesday, the day we tape. The results, hopefully when all the dust settles, I win for you guys as well. Here's what I can tell you. I always check before I come on because you deserve to know the truth. Long term, nothing changed. Over the last 365 days, I'm still number 1 in profit in college football. I'm still number 1 in profit in the NFL. So all is well moving forward. Real quickly, I know I lost my Survivor pick. Thank God. That probably puts me out of it. Again, I don't play Survivor. I don't play fantasy. I don't play anything like that. I bet sports because I have an edge in it. I don't think I have an edge in any of those other things, so I don't dabble in them. And finally, I know I got a lot of new guys that jumped on because of how we've been crushing it and how well I did last year. And the volume may scare you a little bit. I did a video with Kelly, so check my Twitter feed where I covered that. And more importantly, stick to the 4% and 5% plays. Those are the best bets. There's the least variance in those. because we have the greatest edge. And the smaller rated place, if you agree with them, then maybe step up and fire. That's pretty much what I got. And as far as promoting goes, you smash that like button, I'll pass along some stuff I already bet for this upcoming weekend. And I could pass along some steam that I haven't confirmed and released to my guys, but I'll share it and maybe it points you in the right direction. So do right by us, smash that like button, let me know who you like, throw some comments on, and I'll share as much as I can to bring you value. Whether you follow me, fade me, or ignore me, I hope my time helps you make money. Otherwise, I'm wasting it, and I don't want to do that. So let's see if we could do some damage tonight, because I'm really starting to like this Monday night game.
And that concerns me because VR's over here in a Raiders hat. I said, you know what? This is an interesting line move. I'll take the 4.5. There was one still hanging available. Line moved to 4. We started to see some 3.5s pop up. I know that this Ravens team has some issues at running back. They signed not 1, not 2, but 3 guys before this game. And then you have the Raiders, which I'll let Marco get into the situational perspective, but this is huge for the city of Las Vegas. Last year, if you guys knew, fans didn't get to go to the game. So this is going to be the first real official home game at Allegiant Stadium. I think everybody I know is going to be at this game. It is going to be absolutely rocking. So Marco, I'm going to kick to you first. I know you're going to the game, and I would love to hear your thoughts on this one.
Yeah, our good buddy Ralph Michaels came through, got us some tickets, and him and I are going to the game tonight, so it'll be fun. Now, Kelly, what I want to talk about, you opened the show talking about the line movement, and was it sharp money? One thing we've got to remember, and people that don't follow hockey, if you remember whenever the Golden Knights started, there was all that onslaught of money on the Golden Knights to win the championship as a expansion team. Everybody just wanted to bet the Golden Knights. We had no professional sports team here in Las Vegas. So when we're seeing the line movements on this game, and you talked about it, we're starting to see 3.5s pop up around town. The question being, is that really sharp money coming in on the Raiders? Or is it the public money around town that's starting to move the line as people are taking that home dog? Because if you look at your screen and you look at places far, far away offshore, they're still hanging the 4s up at most of those shops. And what we're seeing is the 3.5s here in Vegas. So that might be the little bit of the hometown influence on that first game. And it is the first official game with fans. But everybody does remember that when they opened the stadium last year, there were no fans, and it was the same situation, a Monday night game. And what happened? The Raiders ended up beating the Saints last year in that game. So a lot of people were expecting that to happen again. When I first looked at it, I'll be honest, I was buying into the hype a little bit too, and I was thinking about making a play on the Raiders. I'm going to the game. I don't want to root against the hometown. But you know what? You can't make money in this business betting with your heart. You got to bet with your head. And my head tells me Baltimore's the better team. And I'm going to go first half. And I'll tell you why. We all know about Harbaugh and his success in the preseason. And you say, oh, all right, that's preseason. It doesn't mean anything moving forward into the regular season because, one, he tries to win those preseason games. And yes, he does, where other coaches don't. Well, what it does do is it installs a winning attitude and a winning culture around his teams. And I went back and looked, Kelly, the last 4 seasons. Here's the opening week results for the Baltimore Ravens. In 2017, they opened up on the road against Cincinnati, 20-0 victory. 2018, at home to Buffalo, 47-3. 2019, on the road at Miami, 59-10. And then last year, division rival, arch rival, Cleveland. Well, Pittsburgh's the bigger arch rival, but Cleveland, big game. A lot of people were talking smack with Cleveland last year. 38-6, they blow out the Browns in week 1. That winning carries over. I'm going to have it carry over for the first half to get this game started. And I'll get that -3 for the first half, get Baltimore home, and then you know what? I can get caught up into the game and be a fan. And I can root for the Raiders to come back and pull a miracle maybe. But I think the Baltimore gets out of the gate and gets me to halftime with more than a 3-point lead. And that's where I'm going. One other thing that a lot of talking heads are pointing out, and I laugh whenever I hear some of these shows where they just want to point stuff out to sound smart. I heard people point out, this is the third straight road game for Baltimore because they finished the preseason with 2 road games, and now they're opening the season with a road game. You know how hard that is? You know what? That was preseason, and they generally play close in proximity in preseason games. And 2, big factor, this year they had a week off in between the final preseason game and the first game of the regular season. Doesn't factor in at all. That's all I got to say.
That's interesting because I go back and forth on this game. Like I said, this just seems like a quintessential home dog, primetime type of play for myself. VR, one thing that I did look at was basically the Raiders and their record at home on Monday night, 5-1 against the spread from our good friend Mark Lawrence. And you can't really say the same about the Baltimore Ravens. This Baltimore Ravens team has went through a lot this summer. They've lost a lot of guys, but I still think that they're an actual Super Bowl contender. And I got made fun of a lot. I said I thought at 14-1. Now I'm not going to the window with that, but I did think that their season win total over. They've got to win tonight, and that's exactly what you're betting them to do.
Yeah, and remind me at the end, too, to pass along those college football and some NFL for later. Also, excuse the casual appearance. Listen, Monday's that day where I do work all day, doing all the accounts, balances from last week, settling everything up, and preparing for tomorrow's Contender Series. So forgive the look. Don't think I'm not here and ready to go, because I absolutely love this game tonight. And I'm starting to like it more and more as the hours tick away and the line's starting to move more. The only reason I have not released a premium play yet is because I want to see what the best number I can get. First, let me get this out of the way first. The Ravens' strong point on the offense is a running game led by Gus Edwards, the second-year running back, and J.K. Dobbins. They'll have the best rushing attack for the second straight season. The defense suffered a huge loss, blah, blah, blah. Listen, I don't talk like that, okay? So anyone that came here to watch that, me talking, reading a $6 magazine to give you an edge, that's not going to happen. So I'm going to disappoint you. I'm sorry. I'm here to tell you that don't bet, don't buy points, only tease these numbers that you need to hit 70.6% at even money on teasers to break even. That's the stuff that I think will help you be a more winning bettor. The blah, blah, blah that I could repeat out of a $6 magazine, if you think that's how you're going to beat the books, it's not happening. So let me get straight to the bottom line. The only reason, again, I have not fired on the Ravens is because this line is moving in my direction. Who knows? It may even get to 3. If it doesn't, I like the way this money line's dropping. If it was minus 175 right now, I would have already released a 4% play. If it dipped below that, it arguably would be a 5% play. I think that's how much value is on Baltimore tonight. And here's why. Forget last year. Look back to the year prior. Last year, this is a team that did the opposite of the prior year, where last year they lost those one-score games. They went 2-4 in those. The offense didn't get it going like they did the year prior. And what's all the talk? Oh, they stopped the running game. Now they had tape and all that nonsense. No. This team is still as loaded as they come at the quarterback position, the offensive line, the running backs, the front seven, the secondary, the head coaching, the offensive coordinators, the defensive coordinators. They're still loaded. The only weakness Baltimore has is at the wide receiver position, which luckily for them, that doesn't need to be their biggest strength. Flip side, let's look at the Oakland Raiders. Sure, we brought in Gruden and we wanted a win as a city. He inherited a team efficiency that was 13th offensively, 29th defensively. What have they done over the last 4 years? I'll tell you. In 2020, they were 15th offensively in efficiency, so they dropped 2 spots. On the defense, they were 28th on defense efficiency, so they went up 1 spot. In other words, they've done nothing to improve. Nothing at all. They got a nice stadium here in the city. I love it. Believe me, I want to see the city do well. I want to see the teams do well. It's a win-win for all of us. But I'm a realist, and my loyalty's to my pocket, to my family. And I just think this has the makings of perception. Like, they're at home. It's Allegiant Stadium. They're finally going to have a crowd. All that. Like, what is that worth? Quantify that. Tell me how many points that's worth for the Raiders. And does that last 60 minutes? I don't think so. Skill for skill, Baltimore's a much better team than the Raiders are. If this was a week 6 or 7 game, they would be a touchdown favorite going in here, for sure. The only reason they're not is because it's week 1. It's because the Raiders are a home dog on Monday Night Football, because of Allegiant Stadium, because of the fans, and because Baltimore wasn't the 2019 version of Baltimore where they just crushed everyone. Even though they had a good season last year, got to the playoffs, did all that, they weren't in the 2019 version. And because of that, we get a great discount on them. Again, week 5 or 6, we'd be looking at a 7-point spread for sure. Week 1, we're getting it down near a field goal. It's pretty simple. Give me the Baltimore Ravens, win or lose. I think I'm making a great bet. The only question is, will I release them on the money line or with the spread? Yeah, I'll probably let you know on Twitter or whatever. As far as the total, real quickly, I like the under. If it was 51, I probably would have sprinkled a little something small already and hopefully waited for the public to push it higher to take a bigger position. That hasn't happened. In fact, it came the other way, towards the under, extracted some of my value. I do like the under. If it gets back to 51, I may make it a premium play. Otherwise, I may look to the first half because I'm seeing under 24.5. I don't like laying 115s. I'm cheap like that. Give me 110, I'll buy it. 5 more cents, I won't do it. I'm just crazy that way. So we'll see where that line goes. But you know what I like? I like the Ravens. I love them on the money line. I lean under as well, game in first half. You know everything I like on Monday Night Football. And also Monday night, I like Estoril Praia. Yeah, Praia. Sorry, that's a soccer team. Pick -130 against Tondela. Yeah, that's not me coming out with these. The football, yeah, that's me 100%. This pick tonight. That one, no. And then tomorrow night, Dana White's Contender Series, Jasmine Jasudavicius. Jasudavicius at even money. I gave her out up to -110. I think she should be a -150 favorite at least. So there you go. And again, Kelly will let me know if we should share some football. But you know what I like for Monday Night Football, whether you follow or fade. Hope you cash them, don't trash them, like I say.
There you go. I love it, except for the fact that I am the lone one now on the Raiders and feeling like it's a little bit of
I like I converted Marco. Marco looked deep and he said, I want to go and be happy at the stadium with a cash ticket and then cheer on the Raiders. I like it.
Yes, that's the only time I'm ever happy at a stadium. Just ask Johnny Detroit in the big house the other night. I was not very much fun to be around. That being said, VR, everybody's jumping in the comments. Everybody's happy you're here. Can you sprinkle a little bit of gold before we finish the show?
All right, NFL, here's what I bet and released already to subscribers. 4% plays. These are best bets. I can't believe I'm doing this. 269, New Orleans and Carolina. I went under 46, under 45.5, and under 45. I released it under 45. That's what I'm being graded at. New Orleans, Carolina, under 45. And then LA Chargers at -2.5, -3 even money. I'm fair. I released at -3, -3 even money. Personally, I got the 2.5. I even bought the hook where I could get it at a discount, but I will grade at 3 because I like to be fair. And also the Dolphins took the 3.5 because it's around that key number. I'm afraid more sharps will see that and took that hook away from me. I was hoping to get a better number on Miami because of that week 1, overreaction, but I didn't want to miss that hook. So I jumped out ahead and took Miami. Another sharp play that a group bet, Kansas City. I haven't bet it or released it to subscribers, but I bet it for them. They bet Kansas City -2.5. And real quickly, in college football, I bet and released Coastal Carolina at -12.5. We bet them at -10.5 and 11. I still thought it was plus EV all the way up to 13. That's why I was willing to still release them at 12.5. And I also released Georgia State at -3.5. That's game 167, Georgia State, -3.5. Didn't buy the hook. College football, a little different. You have to approach it differently. Those I did bet and release. And other sharp plays, I didn't release them, but I moved them for another group. They took Troy -9, game 179, Troy -9, game 204, UCLA -10. That's 204, UCLA -10. And game 170, Marshall -9, 170, Marshall -9. So far, that's been all of the sharp stuff. that's come through today. Like, you just got it all pretty much.
I love to hear it. We just got it all. There's the leprechaun. I knew he was coming out eventually.
Sammy Watkins, under 3.5, minus 145. Henry Riggs, the third, pass receptions, over 3. Lamar Jackson, under 72.5 rushing yards, even money. Alec Manoa, strikeouts under 5.5. Oh, that's a different sport. My bad. So you're getting a lot of good shit here, man. Smash that like button, comment it up, or it stops. The bag gets shut. The gold gets put in the side. I shouldn't even call it gold. Actually, the crypto. The crypto. I'm giving you the crypto, not the gold. We'll have to change that over the next 50 years. So,
Great
no, thank you guys.
Marco.
I love you, man. I just hope you guys make money. Seriously. You're going to disagree with me so much. There's team A, there's team B. Half of us are going to be on team A, half are going to be on team B. We'll always disagree. We'll be right, we'll be wrong. At the end, I hope you guys are slightly entertained and, more importantly, save or make a little bit of money.
I love to hear it. Thank you, VR. Thank you, Marco. Have fun at the game. Happy Monday, everyone. Enjoy Monday Night Football. We'll be back, and we'll see you on Wednesday night.